Hey everybody, welcome to Garden Sound 365. My name is Garden Sound, and this is the show where we write music every day for a year. It's good to be here. Today's Sunday. Sunday is typically a day where we kind of relax and talk about stuff, whatever I've been thinking about this week and whatever's on my heart. And I played a cool set last night, and it was one of those moments of arrival. And that's what I want to talk about today. This has been a very busy week for the channel. Successful week for me. And I want to talk about setting a goal and then having the patience to follow through and see that goal to completion and what that looks like. I recently watched a vlog that Casey Neistat put out, and I'm a big fan of him, called YouTube. What was the title of it? It was Sell Out YouTuber or something. He was talking about people who have accused him of selling out since he more or less signed on to be to work for CNN. And as he talked in the video about what it's like to be a creative person and what it's like to be scared for your financial stability, and what it's like to, have less and less and less, but continue to pursue your passion with drive, right? It spoke to me because I'm at that place now in life. And I think January is going to be the worst of it. February is already picking up. I've got more patrons. I've got more gigs. In January, I was in the red. Like I had more expense than I had revenue, right? Which means that I didn't have a profit. I had a net loss. And I'm not afraid to talk about money here on the show, so don't be uncomfortable with this. I come from, for those of you who have been with the show since the beginning, you know that I used to be a financial systems consultant, so I'm very comfortable talking about money, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm going to be successful, is because I've had years of corporate experience managing money, so I know what money management looks like, and I know what good money management looks like, and I know what bad money management looks like. And right now, we had a net loss in January, but already in February, we're projected to make a net gain, which means that I'll be in the black. Now, in terms of the quarter, we're still at a net loss, but the thing is, as February starts to pick up, March will pick up as well. There's a gig or two that I have in March, and we're already projecting to exceed the amount of revenue that I thought we were going to get in March. So I think March is also going to be a net gain. Now, is it going to be enough gain to offset the expense in January? I'm not sure. Can we absorb the loss and move on? Yeah. And if things continue to pick up the way they are, 2017 might be even a more profitable year for me than when I was working with Blackbaud, if my projections keep up, which is really saying something. A couple of years ago, and by a couple of years ago, I mean like 9 or 10, I set a goal. I wanted to be a musician. And I don't want to just be, a musician that plays the occasional gig and just plays bars for the rest of his life. I mean, I want to be a successful musician with fans and popularity and good music and some respect, you know what I'm saying? And some you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted these things. And I didn't feel like and don't hear me wrong, I don't feel like at that point in my life I thought I deserve these things. These are things I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the respect of my peers. I wanted to have fans. And the reason I wanted that is because I wanted to give back to other people. I want this gift that I have, right? This musical writing gift. I want it to benefit others. So that's what this is becoming. The more people who get eyes on this project, the more people it can benefit. Because I'm taking this music and I'm putting it out on the internet and making it royalty free, allowing other creators to use my content in their videos as they see fit. without charging them any sort of money, playing benefits, playing, you know what I'm saying? Like I've done some charity work, and that's what I want to do. And the only way to do that is to have some popular success. But this works for right now. Like, I remember a year ago thinking to myself, man, if only I could get a famous musician, or if only I could get a musician to listen to me and let me talk to them. And within that same year, I was literally sitting at dinner with Mr. Bill. And within that same year, I was literally playing shows, you know, at Iris and getting backstage and hanging out with these famous musicians whom I had idolized for the past couple of months, right? And with that realization of continuing to pursue something, it's like practice. When you're not pursuing something, and it's not about arrival, it's about getting there. That's where all the growth happens. But that's also where all the fun occurs. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the present, like being in the present time, like that I am right now, doesn't acknowledge, and this is what Casey was talking about, calling Casey a sellout, or looking at where I am right now, doesn't acknowledge all of the years of hard work that came before it. And that's not something that I need to worry about people seeing, but it's something that I need to keep in mind, right? So that I never become the bigger ego. Because I came from playing at a hookah bar, right, on a deck of a dilapidated building in Columbia, South Carolina. That was my first gig as an electronic musician, 10 years ago almost. And I'm never going to forget where I started, because there's going to be other musicians who come up to me and say, man, I don't see, you know, I can't ever imagine myself doing something like you, you know, and I'll be like, where do you play? And 9 times out of 10, their first gigs are better than my first gigs. And so I then get to look at that musician and spread the good news of this faith and say, listen, you ain't got it as bad as me. You're going to be just fine. You know? And I can give them that encouragement and say, hey, look what I did. You can do this shit too. And that's what this channel is about. I want to encourage other people and say, hey, listen, if I can do this, you can. Because let's be honest, I've had 2 chances at this. I'm just now starting to figure it out and click things into place. You know what I'm saying? And you younger musicians out there who are 23, 24, thinking to yourself, oh, maybe I should make the jump. Think about it hard. Because I'm telling you right now, if I could go back in time and look at me at 24 and be like, listen, dude, clean your act up, stop drinking, and start putting your music out, imagine where I would be now. That was 5 years ago, almost. It's like, yeah. So, last week I kind of bitched about other musicians, and I don't want to do that again this week. This week I want to encourage other musicians. I say that if you've got that passion, if you've got that drive, there is no time like now. Start pursuing it. That doesn't mean quit your job. What it means is don't waste any of the one instance of time that you get, right? Don't waste your time thinking about what you could be doing. Just start doing it. Just start doing it. Because you only get once. You know, my grandma used to say a lot, and this is one of my favorite quotes. She used to say this a lot. She would say, you know, I'd say, Mima, I'm worried about doing something, or I'd tell her, you know, hey, I'm thinking about this, and we'd talk about it for a bit, and then she would always end up saying something to the effect of, you know, Gardner, this isn't a dress rehearsal. You don't get a second shot. So just do it. What's the worst that could happen is it doesn't work out, but at least you did it. You know what I'm saying? And then another very important person in my life also said this, and it's either you either did or you did not. Kind of like Yoda, but without the trying part. You either did it or or you didn't. That is such a good way to look at life, because it doesn't really concern itself too much with the end effect or the result. You either tried it or you did not. You either did it or you didn't. You either got your ass out of bed and ran the 5K or you didn't. You either wrote the song or you didn't. You either uploaded your visual art or you didn't, right? So yeah, and I'm starting to get, I was published this week. I was published in a legit publication online. They wrote an article about the 365 project. I've gained more subscribers in the past week than I did in the entire month of September. You know what I'm saying? Like things are picking up. It's go time, guys. So do me a favor. If anybody needs encouragement, show them this video. Let's encourage some people today.